Guys out of position, it really cost Kentucky. Rogers had a field day. Here's Dylan Johnson, and here's the Mississippi State run game.
Something they have to improve upon tonight.
So Rogers to throw, and here's the check down and incomplete. Dylan Johnson. And the game has been incredibly efficient this year. Opening drive for Mississippi State, a first down on consecutive Kentucky penalties. Once again to the check down, and that is a solid four-man rush. Incomplete to the back again. That time Woody Marks there trying to get it to. And for just the second time this season, he's in the lineup with Chris Rodriguez, and they will run it on first down. Rodriguez maybe a yard and a half. They've won double-digit games. On 2nd and 7, Rodriguez again, and barrels his way through. That'll leave 3rd and short. 3rd and 1 for Kentucky. Going two backs here and multiple tight ends, and the first man through is Rodriguez, who picks up the first down. Go where one. This is Jatan McClain, and he finds going rough. Runs a lot of the 3-3-5 principles. Levis, the hair behind his intended receiver.
Him lining up right here. Kentucky's going to have to find him and account for him in the run game and pass game on nearly every single play.
And that time to get to Levis, but somehow he muscles it away to McClain, and he takes it just short of the marker.
Right now, they're in that heavy jumbo package.
Here's Rodriguez, found a hole, and he took it for the first down.
He's really at a fullback spot here. This is just a lead zone blocking scheme with a lead blocker there.
Point of pride for years here in Lexington, but struggled mightily last week against South Carolina. Rodriguez again, and what a difference he makes.
Created that offensive line and just has not been the same.
Mississippi State brings 4 and too high, trying to find Jordan.
In those throws, you're less fluid. It should just be a flick of the wrist. He's got the most talented arm I've maybe seen and been around, so he's capable of just flicking it out there. But yeah, you get a little too tightly wound sometimes.
Fits this one into a window. That's good for a Kentucky first down. But the ball came loose at the end, and it's Mississippi State foot.
With that, they get an extra blocker at the lead point of attack, and they get an extra double team as well, which increases that physicality. We'll point it out as soon as they go to that package.
The shovel pass to Jaquavius Marks, and he takes it past the 30.
Jones, not going to have a ton of impact on the actual play, but just look at the finish. Get him to the ground, bowl him over. That kind of found it as a group this year for Mississippi State.
What do you love as much as Cole loves off physical O-line play?
A good hair pomade. Avocado toast. Rush 4 here, try to get some pressure.
They brought a different 4, and that brought pressure indeed, and a flag on the play.
That are going to come. Carrington Valentine's going to come off the edge here. They're going to drop the defensive end, so you still get 4 rushers, but you still have 7 in coverage, so you don't lose a guy on the back end or open up an easy throw for Will Rogers. A great play call.
Interesting to hear from Tim how the playing in the air raid and some of the negative connotations that come with being a system quarterback impacted him at the next level.
Good.
In this pro-style system run by Rich Scangarello, 7 years in the NFL with the Niners when they went to the NFC title game, 15 years at college. And there's a couple for Jatan McClain. And that, a lot of elements left.
A young quarterback then that's got to handle protections and sight adjusts. And
against the blitz down the sideline, and it is caught.
In the pocket. An even better job by Dane Key on the outside of tracking this ball. Will Levis had to let this go so early and keep it.
Cats going tempo here. Jatan McClain takes it past midfield on a pick. Here's Chris Rodriguez on 2nd and 6. Broke a couple tackles and picked up 5. Back to the studio, Dari. I formation here. 3rd and 1. Rodriguez hit at the line of scrimmage and stopped Jet Johnson, product out of two.
Kentucky's going to try to get a double team down to him, try to get a tight end off him, but Jet was too quick there to the point of attack. Read it, reacted right away. And another.
Rodriguez the lone back. And a sneak for Levis, and he crawls forward for the first down. Butch Payne is going to run right through it right now.
Yeah, that's one that you would watch, though, because that left foot steps back and a lot of torque and bend. Adrenaline helps, but at some point, it's just a pain tolerance.
Play action. Levis has to scramble, and he got tripped up.
A lot of the play action plays take time. You got young receivers. That timing is continuing to develop.
McClain on 1st and 20. This back to the line of scrimmage. Cameron Young the stop. State still without Jaden Crummett.
About a timeout last week, and that might be the first time I've ever talked to him in game.
Here's McClain out of the backfield.
So yeah, you'd expect some of these penalties to not be there, and maybe last week it would have been more of an issue, but.
Here comes pressure. Levis taken down again. Another Mississippi State sack. You said Tyrus Reed would play. That's a rarity. They've been fantastic in the opening frame all season. One of the best in the country, and they use Caleb Ducky.
Which allows their offensive line to have two double teams, and that physicality that Cole was talking about going to be on full display if they hand the ball off here.
Pony like the SMU pony. Play action. Rogers fires good for a first down. And now back to the running game, and Woody Marks.
Right up here, which means they get an extra double team. You see that two double teams at the point of attack, as opposed to one running back in. A lot of times against drop 8, it kind of ends up just being one-on-one block. We're just going to run it. They've been more successful.
Rogers looking all over the field and has nowhere to go with it. Cole, you talked with Mike Lee.
Play, and if you start your read one way and the guy on the opposite end was open, he'll ask you why you didn't start your read on the opposite side.
2nd and 8. And past midfield is Woody. Sharp left the field for Mississippi State. Stephen Losoya now handling the center duties. Had a major shuffle on the line. Rogers fires complete for a first down. That's Caleb Ducky. And Cole, they had to shuffle up. Quatravius Johnson hadn't played the last 2 games. Tackled by Trey. Into the ground game, and Dylan Johnson, and he is stopped after a gain of 1.
I'll tell you this, the advantage of not sliding Cole Smith down, who has rep center, had changed or not previously, so he's still a big help communicating, even though.
So it's Losoya at center. He's the backup center, but had been at left guard. Rogers helping him out. Dumps it out of the backfield to Dylan Johnson, and he
Pick up.
He had a slow start, found his rhythm now, 3rd and 4. Clock at 1. And the out route is good for a gain of 5.
By Will Rogers, and finding his quick option out of an empty protection. He's got the ability to check any play from quick out in the slot to pick up the first down.
10th play of the drive for State. Looking for a screen, and the block not quite there. The run on 2nd and 8. And what a job by the
play coverage here. And they show late. Here comes
safety blitz coming. Rogers rolling on the run, will throw it away.
Brad White, watch all these guys that late came up on the line of scrimmage. At first looked like 4 were going to rush, so Will Rogers didn't have time to change the protection. Did the best he could to escape
wars and histories and pirates and everything else. I'm like, man, I just want to talk about the game coming out.
What am I supposed to do on this play here?
Right, exactly.
Well, if you would have watched that movie, I told you.
Levis comes up throwing and finds Barry on Brown.
The guy's a competitor, man. He's as tough as it gets, and I would take that guy over anyone in the country.
Rodriguez with the spin move will carry this for the first down. We're talking with Mark Stoops yesterday, and he said, listen, there's
afraid of contact. Obviously, he's got one of the biggest arms in all of college football, and I think he's doing a great job. And I think it does make a difference that he's putting up the type of numbers here at Kentucky instead of,
Tim and Will don't miss a day in the gym, that's for sure.
On second down, just short of the marker. Cole was talking to Mike Leach before the game, and this theory
to defend it, you got to play really good on defense as far as coming up and being a sure tackler and getting a little pressure on the quarterback as well.
Levis with another QB sneak. I don't know if that left foot is. Movement for Zach Arnett's defense. Shades of Jolie Dunn back in the day, and here's Rodriguez. Speaking of Mike Leach, here was pregame on the field with Cole. 2nd and 9 now. And they'll go straight ahead with some window dressing. Rodriguez running through dudes. And it's a Kentucky first down. Tim break.
Get it going. Chris Rodriguez back into the lineup, and he's made a huge difference over the last couple games. He's just such a powerful runner.
2 or 3 extra yards.
Averaging over 5 yards a carry. And this is the 8th play of this drive. Rodriguez again. Tim Couch should be good at breaking down plays. Not only.
I think just all the things you look at. Number one for me would be his competitiveness. The guy is just out there. He plays the game almost like a linebacker. But, as far as all the physical, this is 4 verticals, go get it. 95 is a wide cross, one of the staples in this offense. And all the offenses I've been in over the last 20 years.
The coaching tree is really impressive from all of that. And that's complete to the perimeter. So what is
and kind of getting into his offense from there.
9 of 13. Rogers finally got it going on the last drive. He was able to find his running back again. We talk about the influence at air through the air. Pass tipped and incomplete. 2. 3rd down 4. And there's the tight end. And Austin Williams, where's the tight end's number?
Raid. And Williams did a great job of seeing a man in front and sitting right down for Will Rogers to find him.
That one is tipped, and Williams still got it. Or did he? Keeps. Another tip, and that one is incomplete again.
They're not in rhythm right now.
Minute 7 left in the half. Rogers to his running back, Woody Marks. That'll bring up 4th down. Rogers incomplete. Kentucky win 2 years ago. Home team has won 7 straight in this series. Levis backpedaling, lobs, and incomplete.
Long and lanky. He's great in press coverage with those long arms. That time just a little too much of the jersey.
One of the best in the country. Quick pass complete for a gain of.
Them catch. Nice little route. Get it out quickly.
Here's Lewis. And the flat. Levis has time, and it is incomplete, but a flag down.
Yeah, see Dane Key right here. This is your 50-50 guy. He's working on a little bit of a corner route. Called that a circus route, inside release, get back to the corner.
And Levis with the quarterback run takes it to the 10, and a timeout taken with 14 seconds left on the clock.
Emmanuel Forbes.
He's looking there, and he will fire that direction, but incomplete. Pressure put Levis on his backside.
Adjust.
You want to appeal to those who take the under?
Yes.
I don't like hanging out with those people.
Oh,
here's Chris Rodriguez up the middle to Kentucky first down.
Starting to come along and be more consistent in front of him.
Here's Brown, little wide receiver screen. And he takes it for Levis. 11 of 14 tonight. Good grab, but it's separated from the ball on a big hit. Jalen separate Brown from the ball.
Boy, just a little quick out here by Brown. Ball just a hair high. Again, some of those short throws we talked about.
Here comes pressure. Levis heaves it. Brown with a flag, still hauled it in. And you can understand that. Kai Sharon hands it off to Chris Rodriguez and loses a yard. Sharon last week.
If any high safeties, as you see here, everybody within 10 yards.
Sharon has to pull it down, and open receiver.
See, I mean, there's one sophomore in the two deep.
Here's that wide receiver screen as Barry on Brown, and Brown got smoked. A little bit of running for Caleb Ducking now. Time this season and a half previous was the no-show against LSU. Here's Woody Marks, and he's got a first down.
To the quarterback, but also drop into coverage. Gives this offense a little trouble.
Time to get open for Austin Williams, who takes it in. So Woody Marks out of the backfield. And he takes it inside the 10. State has been magnificent in the red zone this season, second in the country, 19 of 21. And just a hair behind.
Put down to the running backs.
14 consecutive red zone touchdowns for Mississippi State. Here's Marks, and he is stretched but just short. Marks hit in the backfield. Just back to the line of scrimmage, and in a sixth. To the end zone, Williams, touchdown!
Situation, the toe, now a shoulder.
Here's Chris Rodriguez. That's a first down. Yeah, Levis injured on the 6th. Here's Rodriguez with a hurdle. Gain of 8.
Oh, getting the call.
Rodriguez again. Cole, I imagine this big team a couple of years ago, 2018. And look at this huge hole. Here he goes. Chris Rodriguez tracked down inside the 10.
On the cutback by Chris Rodriguez. Seals the linebacker on the edge and opens the hole for Chris Rodriguez. And this run game is awake now.
They go right back to the well. And Jet Johnson is there to meet him. Excuse me. 6'2", 240. The little just falls right off. Back to it. Rodriguez to the 3. Rodriguez stop shot.
Let's see if they get him on the move or not.
They've got Jaton McClain in at running back now. And so Levis will throw. Touchdown! Rashawn Lewis.
Keep moving him with his eyes. Watch the little shoulder roll that gets that action to open up that second window throw. Those are the little crumbs that NFL scouts love to see. Manipulation to get passes they built last drive.
Incomplete. Pressure coming. Rodgers quickly gets it off. This is good for a State first down for Jaden Walley. And he'll get it past midfield.
In this direction, and Will does a great job of throwing opposite pressure. You're going to get a movement from that backside linebacker. Route.
On 2nd and 10, Woody Marks.
As you see here, look at all these guys in and around the line of scrimmage. That's not your typical look of drop 8, even though they get to it right there.
To the check down and a beautiful tackle on Simeon Price. Stages 3 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. They bring 4, almost got to him, and well short a while. There's a big win on the recruiting trail for Mark Stoops, and here's Jaton McClain, and that's a big run on 1st down. Pick up a 15. Kentucky's found its rhythm. They go back to McClain. Gain of 4.
And as Emmanuel Forbes, Mississippi State's best receiver, as you see them both at the bottom of the screen here.
Yeah, best corner.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And here's McClain. Rodriguez getting a breather right now. Pressure coming from both linebackers. Levis tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. And there's a flag. Cohen now the offensive coordinator with the Rams. On 2nd and 8. Little touch to Rodriguez. And he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bookie Watson again. It's like Bookie
hits a lot of explosive plays on the catch and run.
15 tackles for Watson, coming in hard. They got to Levis, but he got it away. And Jaton McClain takes a sidearm pass inside. Cat in a room full of rocking chairs tonight, but finally their offense has got it going. Dingle now the fullback in the I formation. Here's Rodriguez, and he finds a hole. And he is in. A catch.
John Manning's going to pull from the backside. You're going to get a kick out block. And then watch number 10, Chauncey Magwood, come to the screen at the very end right there. Just getting in front of the corner, Emmanuel Forbes, to make sure.
In a Mississippi State uniform. He was nearly perfect against Kentucky in the game in Starkville last year. To the screen. And nobody picked up the block. Caleb ducking, taken down by.
They've worked downhill to the ball carrier, made their defense much more effective.
Rogers able to check down. Dylan Johnson puts his shoulder down. Gain of 4. 3rd down 9. Pressure coming from the edge. Rogers has it batted down. On the draw, here's Jaton McClain. And a drop by Lewis. Go back to his screen. This is Brown now, and Barryon Brown gets dragged down by Jet. Levis to throw, and he's picked off. Going the other way is Forbes. And indeed a pivotal play as Mississippi State steals one. And it's a 22nd career pick.
Boy, 2 little quick slip screens to the left, and then that was the 3rd one of that drive. And eventually Forbes goes, man, I've seen this before.
2 years ago, he led the country with 3 pick sixes. That is his 5th interception of the season.
The feel of a game.
Now for Will Levis.
They've got everybody stacked within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Cover 0.
And he hands it off to Rodriguez. A little hurt. He's having what seems like left leg issues. So Kavasi Smoke in there now, and Smoke is able to find the edge. He's got
around the line of scrimmage. Mississippi State. Maybe that's what I said. But you see everybody here but one player within about 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
You have as many voices in your head as I do. Smoke changes direction.
You know, I'm trying to look and operate the telly here.
What's going on, man? Play clock at 5. Levis has time, lets it go. Caught! The Calcranis.
Because Will Levis is forced because of pressure, as you're going to see. You can run it. See the pressure come from the outside. Watch how early he's going to let that ball go, and the receiver's expected on the outside, but no one there. Will Levis adjustment.
Here's Rodriguez. Churning, moving, shoving. He's in. Shortly thereafter, Bama would have him kicked out of the league. Not entirely true. Play action, little pump fake, and check down to Marks. There's a gain of 3. This Kentucky defense has been pretty good. 8. 2nd and 7. Rodgers on the run. Winding down. They get it off. Rodgers over the middle. Intercepted. DeAndre Square with the pick with 4.
When they're down 2 scores, he's got to try to make something happen. That is a forced throw. It was never there. Square was in position. Read Will Rogers' eyes. Carried the seam. It might as well have been the receiver there getting hit right in the numbers. Will knows it. Just forced that one. Finally forced one.
First pick of the season for Square. Back to Chris Rodriguez, who
Throws his helmet off before he rounds 3rd.
Or like Bryce Harper heading into 2nd. You
Yeah.
got to show off the locks. Cavassier smoke. No gain.
We will not show it again.
Yeah, we will.
Maybe we will.
Colin Duncan must have the most powerful right hand known to man. Took down the 300-pounder. Here's Rodriguez. Play clock zeros on the snap. Here's Rodriguez. Pickering back on the field. Comes up with a tackle. Loaded with tight ends now. Rodriguez bottled up. And he loses a yard. Timeout taken. With 90 seconds remaining. Welcome back to SEC Saturday Night, presented by T-Mobile. Chris Rodriguez, first down run, and a stretch. The goal line just short.